say anything? Is it on?
Good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 Winter Commencement at Drury University. Commencement is an important and special occasion, both a conclusion and a beginning. Drury University has a long and distinguished history of providing the best of liberal arts and professional learning in service of what Aristotle called phronesis, or practical wisdom. Today, phronesis calls us to new heights of global and civic engagement, cultivating in the intellectual experiences that lead us to ever more meaningful contributions in our regional, national, and global communities. We begin this morning with a processional. The wearing of academic regalia and the form of the ceremony are parts of a time-honored tradition leading back to the medieval period. This tradition celebrates the historic community of scholars that the newest members of the class of 2022 are prepared to join. They now enter the hall led by Mace Bearer, Dr. Ed Williamson, President of the University, Dr. Tim Cloyd, and Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Rita Barron. Please rise for the processional of the class of 2022.
Good morning. May we pause for a word of prayer. Gracious and loving God, we celebrate on this glad commencement day as a new class of Drury students comes to receive well-earned diplomas. With a spirit of joy and gratitude, we assemble in this place to wish them well and to honor their accomplishments. We also gather to express our appreciation for family and friends, fellow students, mentors and professors, coaches and internship directors, administrators and support staff who all work together to help these graduates fulfill their dreams. As we prepare to honor them with diplomas, we pray for wisdom that they might discern the next stage of their lives, faith that they might trust the path that you have for each one of them, and courage that they might know, with your gracious help, that all things are possible. But most of all, we pray that they and all gathered here will always remember that our ultimate task is to use our education, our talents, and our skills to help others. With thanksgiving for this special time of joy, I offer this prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. You may be seated.
Welcome, graduates, to this most important achievement in your lives. We are called by the mission of Drury University to seek our best selves, to open our minds to a diversity of people and views, and to use our knowledge to engage meaningfully in our community. In the years that lie ahead, it is our wish that you look back on this day as a noble reminder of the quest for meaning, for understanding, and for the humanity that characterized your time at Drury. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the lectern Dr. Cloyd, who will offer his words of greeting at this time.
Good morning. It is my pleasure also to welcome everyone here this morning to this 2022 graduation ceremony and to preside over these commencement exercises. Let me begin by first offering my most sincere congratulations upon the completion of your degree. Graduates, we are all exceptionally proud of what you've accomplished. We are proud of the sacrifices you made to earn a university degree. We are proud that you did not waver in your goal. You too should be filled with pride this day as you fulfill a promise to yourself to find the strength, courage, and confidence to unlock your fullest potential. As I look out into the audience, I see family members and friends who've offered their help and support while you've worked to complete your degree. Graduates, join me, please, in offering a round of applause for those who've helped you to be here today to reach your goal. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform party behind me. On the platform, from your left to the right, are Dr. Andrew Campbell, visiting assistant professor of music and director of choral activities. Mr. Joel Alexander, president of Drury University Alumni Council. Dr. Peter Browning, university chaplain. Mayor Ken McClure, our commencement speaker today, who will be more fully introduced in a moment. Ms. Rita Barron, chair of the Drury University Board of Trustees. Dr. Beth Harville, executive vice president and provost. Dr. Shannon Cuff, associate provost for adult, online, and graduate programs. Dr. Regina Waters, director of the master's programs in communications and not-for-profit and civic leadership. Dr. Essica Cosgrove, director of the master's program in education. Dr. Alex Cobb, director of the master's program in integrative leadership, public service, and safety leadership. And Dr. Ed Williamson, associate professor of education. Please join me in welcoming these individuals here today. I would also like to recognize the Board of Trustees and the Drury faculty. These are the individuals who make a Drury education what it is: personalized, challenging, and distinctively high in its caliber. For all they have done to help our graduates reach this milestone, I would ask them to stand and for all of us to please join in recognizing these folks. Please be seated. The veterans and military members living, working, and receiving their education at Drury University are a valued and vital component of our campus community. We recognize and honor their sacrifices and the sacrifices of their families and the value their life experiences and those that they bring to this university in broadening the diversity of our faculty, staff, and student body. As such, students graduating from Drury University who serve, have served, or will be serving after graduation in the United States Armed Forces, they've been invited to wear red, white, and blue honor cords today in this ceremony in recognition of their service to our country, and I would like to ask them to please stand to be recognized. Anyone serving the military who's served or will be serving. Please be seated. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker. Ken McClure was elected mayor in April 2017 and re-elected in April 2019 and April 2021. He was first elected to City Council to serve as General Counsel Seat D in April 2015 and elected as Mayor Pro Tem by his fellow council members. Mayor McClure is a member of the Missouri Municipal League and serves on its board of directors. His previous committee assignments include serving as the chair of the Finance and Administration Committee and as a member of the Community Involvement Committee. He retired from Missouri State University in 2015, having served as Vice President for Administration and Information Services. In this position, he was responsible for facilities management, safety, transportation, environmental management, support services, campus planning, design and construction, human resources, information technology, and university staff ambassadors. Wow, that was a lot. Mayor McClure's previous experience includes serving as Chief of Staff and Transition Director for former Missouri Governor Matt Blunt, Associate General Manager Administration for City Utilities of Springfield, and he was appointed by former Governor John Ashcroft as a member and later as Chairman of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Mayor McClure is a former Deputy Director Administrator of the Missouri Department of Economic Development, as well as a Budget Analyst and Staff Director for the Missouri Senate Appropriations Committee. He was commissioned a second lieutenant in the United States Army Reserves and was honorably discharged with the rank of captain in 1980. Mayor McClure received a bachelor's degree in history from Missouri State University and his master's degree in history from the University of Missouri-Columbia. In 2020, he was awarded the Excellence in Government Award by Missouri State University. He has served on numerous boards and commissions, including the Board of Public Utilities, Jordan Valley Advisory Committee, Springfield Good Government Committee, Missouri State Capitol Commission, Personal Advisory Board, Springfield Symphony Orchestra Board, Chamber of Commerce Board, Springfield Area United Way Board, and this is just to name a few. Mayor McClure has 2 grown daughters, 2 grandsons, and 2 granddaughters. Please join me today in welcoming Mayor McClure.
Good morning, Dr. Cloyd. Thank you so much for your kind invitation to be a part of this very, very significant and special day in the lives of the Drury graduates. On behalf of a very proud community, congratulations to you. For the next few moments, I will offer some observations and reflections drawn from life experiences of a 72-year-old who cannot believe that he's still not 30, but have to recognize the realities of the calendar. Interestingly enough, just 2 months ago, as Dr. Cloyd indicated, my undergraduate degree was from Missouri State, what at the time was Southwest Missouri State College. And 2 months ago, we celebrated our 50th anniversary of my graduating class, and that just does not seem possible. But as we were reflecting at that time about what had gone on since we had left campus, it was just amazing to put that in perspective. So in June of 1972, I sat where you sat, albeit just a few blocks south of here, on the campus of what was in Southwest Missouri State College. I came of age in the 1960s. It was a much different era. Some say the 1960s were the years and the decade in which America lost its innocence. My life experiences have been forever framed by the actions in that decade, just as yours have and are being framed by your formative decade. There were many good things that happened in the 1960s. We put a man on the moon in 1969. Lyndon Johnson passed the Great Society in the mid-1960s in a very noble effort to eradicate poverty. The Voting Rights Act was passed, and after years and years and years of debate, the Civil Rights Bill was passed. But best of all, the St. Louis Cardinals were the world champions in 1964, 1967, and should have been in 1968. But the 1960s were also marred by a lot of things that forever have tarnished us and framed us. 1963, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. And I was sitting in a 7th grade science class at Jarrett Junior High School, not far from here, when we got the word. And I can remember virtually every hour of that tragic weekend. The 1968 assassinations just 2 months apart of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Senator Robert Kennedy. The country was torn apart in 67 and 68 by riots in our major cities, and the realities of the Vietnam War were played out in front of the nation every evening during the 30-minute national newscast. Friends that I went to school with lost their lives in Vietnam, and their names are now forever inscribed on that wall in Washington, D.C. Every 18-year-old male had to register for the draft, and more importantly, there was a draft. And unless you were deferred by being a college student or had a medical deficiency, you would be drafted into the Army. At SMS at the time, Army ROTC was mandatory for all male freshman and sophomore students. Well, as a high school senior in composition class, we were told that grammar and punctuation errors and spelling errors and everything else that went into a poorly written essay would be overlooked at high school, but once you got to college, it would be a failing grade for you. And if you failed in college, you got drafted, and you probably went to Vietnam. It was quite a motivator. My very first class in college was English 101 in what was then a brand new Craig Hall on the campus of Southwest Missouri State. Dr. Robert Beckett was the instructor. And as I recall, on the very first day of the very first class in my college career, before he even called the roll, he wrote on the board, "Please discuss in one page the impact on the nation of the assassinations of Dr. Martin Luther King and Senator Robert Kennedy." Well, I was scared to death. I thought I was going to flunk out of college before I even finished my very first class, and I would be in the Army by the end of the week and in Vietnam 2 weeks later. And of course, all Dr. Beckett wanted to do was see how we wrote. I stewed over that for 2 days until the class met again. Then he handed the papers out, no grades on them, but he wanted to get a feel for our thought process and how we expressed ourselves. Well, I love to write now. I think I'm good at it. I enjoy it. And I give the credit to my very first college English instructor, Dr. Bob Beckett, who gave me the confidence and the motivation that I sorely needed at the time. Well, I've been very fortunate throughout my lifetime and career. It has given me experiences that I never could have scripted. So let me offer, if you will, a few nuggets which have guided me and served as my foundation for the over 50 years now since I left undergraduate school. These are nuggets which, in my opinion, are timeless. They transcend the differences in our formative decades. One of my early mentors was Art Betts. He was my first boss out of graduate school in the Army, and he was assigned to train a group of 3 young men about my age to be budget analysts for the Missouri Senate Appropriations Committee. Art was 72 years old, and that sounds so old at the time, and now I realize that's my age, and it doesn't sound quite as old. He had served in the state budget office in the 1960s. He was budget officer for then Missouri Governor Dalton. He had retired 3 times and was brought back to train 3 young men, asked to make sure that we knew how the Missouri state budget worked, how we were going to present our analysis of that, and to teach us about Missouri state government. Well, Art taught me so much. We shared an office on the 2nd floor of the Missouri Capitol. And one day he walked out and he said, "I'm going to go get a haircut. My hair grows on company time. I'm going to get it cut on company time." He taught me to be a professional, to be the best in my chosen line of work. I learned how to do very basic things, like write a memo. And this was long before PCs, long before cell phones, long before word processors. The preferred method of writing a memo at that time was a legal pad and an IBM Selectric. He taught me how to conduct myself in meetings, how to run a meeting, how to contribute. And he taught me not to say anything unless I had something worthwhile to say. Taught me to learn how to act in my chosen line of work as a professional. And finally, he taught me to approach every job or position as if it was the one from which I would retire. It hasn't worked out that way in my career. Most likely it will not work that way for you, but it does change dramatically the way you approach your life and your occupation. Well, I learned a lot from Art, and 2 years later I had his job as he retired for the 4th time. So from every one of my life experiences, let me offer the following. First, seek to establish a North Star, a point of reference. The North Star appears stationary, and it serves as a guide for navigators. My North Star, my point of reference, and it's been formed over several years, is that I can do whatever it is I need to do, regardless of how difficult the challenges. Next, never burn a bridge. Relationships are so important. Solid relationships within your professional career will serve you well throughout your lifetime. Your opponent today may well be your ally tomorrow. And the people you jump over on the career ladder going up are the same people that you meet on the career ladder coming down. Anything worth doing is worth the sacrifices necessary to be successful. Again, establish your point of reference, your North Star, and be faithful to it. Adopt for yourself the concept of servant leadership, the notion that the best leader is the one who serves others. It's biblical in its origins, but it applies in any aspect of your life. A good friend of mine who's since passed away was a longtime high school principal in the St. Charles County area. And on days when it would snow during the day and school was going to be anticipating to be let go, he would go out in the parking lot, scrape the snow off of the windshields of faculty members and students in anticipation of the school being let go. While vice president of Missouri State, I routinely, when I walked to campus, would pick up trash. And one day a faculty member stopped me and said, "I saw what you did, and no one was even watching." The concept of servant leadership. You are a better leader and a better person if you constantly strive to serve. So I would urge you and encourage you, do not hesitate to commit to a life of service. And along those lines, get involved in your community. I would encourage a career in public service. I've been fortunate to have that as my calling. But a calling in public service can take a lot of different forms. Our city, and we're no different from any other community, could not function without those who volunteer to give of their time, their expertise, their resources, to give back to serve others. Let others enjoy and learn from and benefit from the fruits of your talents. The opportunities are always there. All you need to do is look. Enjoy life. Do not be anxious and do not stress. That's biblical. That's the prayer that I make for myself each day, along with the prayer of, give me the wisdom, the discernment, and clarity of thought which I need today. But keeping an even keel will help you deal with the unexpected, those challenges which will occur every day. You need to take the good with the bad. My prayer for myself before every city council meeting is to think clearly and keep my cool. Spend time with your family, those that you love, those closest to you. You will never, ever regret it. And if you do not already have a mentor, find one. You will find that the benefits that you have from learning from others will be immeasurable. I've been pleased to follow the mentorship of 3 individuals in my life throughout my career, and now people view me as a mentor. There's an individual that I've mentored for several years, a professional CPA. We had breakfast just 2 days ago, but it's developed into a solid friendship and relationship. You will learn a lot from those that you seek to find as mentors. And bear in mind, at some point, and it may be occurring already, you may be a mentor to others. I was shocked when I found that someone had been watching me for years, and it makes you feel very humble. Remember, seek a mentor, but remember too that you will, at some point, if you're not already, be a member. Do not be afraid to compromise. Compromise is not a dirty word, although it is treated as such frequently in our society. But most times, compromise is how we get things done. And I'm not talking about your core beliefs, your basic held values, but I am talking about being pragmatic. Common sense, pragmatism. Our society today is so polarized that we seem to be in a constant state of strong verbiage with little to show of it in the way of accomplishments. Politicians are routinely castigated, both from the left and from the right, if we show any sign of compromise. But folks, that is not how things get done. We must learn to see all sides and to walk in the other person's shoes. Alexis de Tocqueville was a French historian and philosopher. He spent 2 years in the early 1830s traveling throughout what was then the young United States. And he recorded his observations. He wrote a classic book still referred to by historians and political scientists, Democracy in America, on his observations. The American character, and I quote, takes delight in compromise and studiously avoids irritation. It is patient, insinuating, flexible, and never has recourse to extreme measures unless obliged by the most absolute necessity. What good advice it was then in the 1830s, it was true then, it is still true today. And keep your focus on the larger picture, the ultimate goal and the objective, and don't let the small matters ruin the broader scheme of things, because they, in the final analysis, are less relevant and will get you sidetracked. Well, I owe any success that I've had to my training as an undergraduate, and I will just note that Drury has a long history in our family. My mother and my sister both have degrees from this institution, as do 2 aunts and an uncle. Drury University has been very important in our family. My undergraduate training prepared me not only educationally, but prepared me for life, how to handle the successes, how to deal with the moments of failure, and you will have both. So as you grow older, I have no doubt that you will have the same reflections and the same appreciation and love for your alma mater. It becomes more and more important as you grow older. So never forget this day, its significance to you, the symbolism and the accomplishment, and the congratulations which you so richly deserve. Proud to be here and be a part of your special day. I wish you the best success in every endeavor in which you seek to engage. Congratulations on this special day.
Thank you, Mayor McClure, for those words. And now I invite Dr. Shannon Cuff to present the candidates for the master's degree.
The conferring of degrees is the traditional and recognized practice of accredited institutions of higher education. The degree of Master of Arts in Communication is conferred upon completion of a program, a postgraduate study in the theory and practice of integrated communication and organizational leadership. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Communication degree please rise and remain standing? The degree of Master in Education is conferred upon completion of postgraduate accomplishments in the arts and science of teaching. Will the candidates for the Master in Education degree please rise and remain standing? The degree of Master in Public Service and Safety Leadership is conferred upon completion of postgraduate study in the theoretical and practical leadership expertise required for the high calling of public service. Will the candidate for the Master in Public Service and Safety Leadership degree please rise and remain standing? To the 2022 candidates in the graduate programs, Drury University extends her congratulations, best wishes, and the blessing of Christo et Humanitati, that is the blessing of Christ and humanity. Dr. Cloyd, the candidates who stand before you have all met the requirements for master's degrees as indicated in the program. The faculty has recommended that the degrees be conferred. I present them to you now for the conferral of the master's degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the State of Missouri, and by approval of the faculty, I hereby confer on you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto, in token of which you will now receive a diploma. Please be seated.
As directed by the marshals, please come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma. Morgan Scriven, Master of Arts in Communication. Zachary Reel, Master of Arts in Communication. Jacob A. Birch, Master in Education, Special Education. Samantha Marie French, Master in Education, Special Education. Brianna Hewitt, Master in Education, Special Education. Rebecca Bakehouse, Master in Education, Special Education. Kelly Dawn Morgan, Master in Education, Special Education. Mackenzie Ann Begley, Master in Education, Special Reading. Tarza Taha, Master in Education, Special Education. Anna Schneider, Master in Education, Special Reading. Charlene A. O'Neill, Master in Education, Special Reading. Christopher Johns, Master in Public Service and Safety Leadership.
And now I would like to invite Dr. Beth Harville to present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees.
The associate degree is conferred in recognition for successful completion of prescribed programs of study. It represents significant achievement in the academic lives of those individuals who have earned it. The bachelor's degree, dating back to medieval times in history, is conferred to individuals who have successfully completed a program of general and disciplinary studies as prescribed by the faculty. It represents significant achievements in the liberal arts and carries with it much praise and distinction. To the graduates of the class of 2022, Drury University extends congratulations, best wishes, and the blessings of Christos et humanitati, that is, the blessings of Christ and humanity. Will the members of the class of 2022 please rise? Dr. Cloyd, the candidates who stand before you have been duly certified to receive the degrees as indicated in the program. The faculty has recommended that the degrees be conferred. I now present them to you for conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Missouri, and by approval of the faculty, I hereby confer on you this degree with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto, in token of which you will now receive a diploma. Please be seated.
As directed by the faculty marshals, please come forward to receive your diploma. Kayla Maureen Bruno, Bachelor of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Ashley Denise Harmon, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Courtney E. Barton, Associate of Science. Michaela Ann Ford, Bachelor of Arts. Megan Lynn Lakey, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude. Samantha Danielle Renke, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Victoria Sue Schrader, Associate of Science, Bachelor of General Studies. Michaela Jack, Bachelor of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Casey Ann Bushley, Bachelor of Science. Jackie Ann Geyer Rush, Bachelor of Science. Naomi Erbina, Bachelor of General Studies. Dandelion Lee Kirby, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Maxwell Roberts Niemeyer, Bachelor of Business Administration, summa cum laude. Jack Long, Bachelor of Business Administration. Kyle Johnson, Bachelor of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Joshua Ridings, Bachelor of Science. Noah Hunter Riley, Bachelor of Arts. Chloe Madison Rare, Bachelor of Arts. Jamie Sue Vermas, Bachelor of Arts. Hannah Elizabeth Gross, Bachelor of Music Therapy, summa cum laude. Keandra Nicole Jennings, Bachelor of Arts. Kirsten J. Hildebrand, Bachelor of Arts. Yvonne Yanez Lopez, Associate of Science, graduation with merit, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Drew Tassett, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Melanie Morales, Associate of Science. Justin Williams, Bachelor of Business Administration. Trevor D. Johnson, Bachelor of Arts. Antoine Claveau Blount, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Victoria Grace Aiken, Bachelor of Science. Sean Swakowski, Bachelor of Arts. Thomas Stephen Lankite, Bachelor of Business Administration. Emily Santana Zellers, Bachelor of Arts. Brenda Fritz, Bachelor of Science. Mu Ler Shi, Associate of Science, graduation with merit. Brock D. Schafitzel, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Tatum L. Clark, Bachelor of Music Therapy, magna cum laude. Noel Sauter, Bachelor of Arts. Crystal Lynn Keller, Bachelor of General Studies, summa cum laude. Wesley O-ring, Bachelor of Science. Mariah White, Bachelor of Arts. Molly Brown Boxrood, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Kylie Yvonne Wilson, Bachelor of Arts. Karena Ruth Colwell, Bachelor of Arts. Kimberly Dang, Bachelor of Science. Jenna Evans, Bachelor of Arts. Peyton Catherine McNamee, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science. Jamie Andrew O'Brien, Bachelor of Business Administration. Mitchell Vaughn, Bachelor of Science. Lauren Jean Maddox, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Caden Akel, Bachelor of Arts. Catherine E. Ward, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Montana Lorraine Rose, Bachelor of Music Therapy. Aubrey Jolene Bauman, Bachelor of Music Therapy, cum laude. Michael Wayne Sharkey, Bachelor of Business Administration. Catherine Cole, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Ashley Nicole McCullough, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Bethany Price, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude. Timothy A. Hall, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Concepcion Cesenas, Associate of Science, graduation with merit. Lucas Cumberland, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Science. Riley Gatton, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Jessica Crocker, Bachelor of Science. Hannah Parker, Bachelor of Arts. Lindsay Nicole Prowl, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Emily Harless, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Bethany Kate Hall, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Kate's diploma is being presented by her stepfather, Aaron Jones, Executive Vice President and General Counsel. Gretchen Marie Rufa, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Sophia Caroline Miller, Bachelor of Science. Aaron Robert Otto, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Joseph Williams, Bachelor of Business Administration. Montana Zimmerman, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Montana's diploma is being presented by her father, Dr. James Zimmerman, Associate Professor of Finance. Caitlin Marie Pope, Bachelor of Arts. Diana H. Bolanos, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Sonia Farhat, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Elijah Lockhart, Bachelor of Music Therapy, summa cum laude. Barry Anue, Bachelor of Arts. Grace Noel Browse, Associate of Science. Vivienne Luwale Asibiko, Associate of Science, graduation with merit. Gary Lee Smith, Jr., Associate of Science. Christina Lynn Smith, Bachelor of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Erica Alberto Hernandez, Associate of Science. Martha Fernandez, Associate of Science. Rebecca Megan Locke, Associate of Science. Taylor Marie Crutchfield, Associate of Science. William Austin Wallace, Bachelor of Science.
Graduates, please rise. It is now time to mark the commencement of your lives as graduates of Drury University. In keeping with a tradition that spans generations and is an outward sign of the degree you now hold, I invite you to turn your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboards. Congratulations, you're now graduated. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the class of 2022. Please be seated. And now I would like to invite to the lectern Mr. Joel Alexander, President of Drury's Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dr. Cloyd. Mayor McClure, thank you for those words of wisdom. Mr. Hall, I believe there's a gentleman that wants to catch up with you afterwards. He thinks he knows you, so you might want to catch up with that. So sometimes you just have to do that. I don't know. Good morning, graduates. This is a very special time for you. You have completed your journey from Drury students to Drury alumni. Your names will be added to a distinguished list of those who have been where you are now. You have been fortunate to spend your student years at a university that has given you a rich and intellectual atmosphere. You have studied with outstanding professors who have provided you with answers, and more importantly, with questions to help you expand your worldview, and become lifelong learners. It is my hope that as you leave Drury, you remember to stay connected with your Drury family no matter where your adventures may take you, that you proactively engage the Drury Alumni Network, you give back to your alma mater with your time, your talents, and your treasure, and you have a desire to partner with your fellow Drury alumni to uphold our alma mater as a strong and viable institution of higher learning in our community and across the globe. Drury alumni are everywhere, and in fact, you would be surprised just exactly where you're going to run into the alumni. In fact, if you are an alumni from Drury, I invite you to stand now and be recognized. I assure you, the alumni are everywhere, and they're there to help and guide and answer the questions you may have and be there to support you. It is a privilege to be a Drury student, and it will be an honor to be a Drury alum. It was with great pleasure that I, as president, do hereby induct you into the Drury University Alumni Association as the newest members of the class of 2022. Congratulations. As you are able, please rise for the alma mater and followed by the benediction.
May you go from this place following the North Star in the direction of the values and the vision and the integrity that you wish to embrace. May you move into the future with a tender heart, using the knowledge that you have gained in service of others. And as you go along your path, remember to pick up the litter and to scrape the ice from the windshields. Congratulations, graduates. God's blessings be with you. Amen. As you are able, please remain standing for the recessional.
Thank